Hey Cheryl, guess what?
What?
We are on the second episode of The Working Show. Does that mean that I'm famous already?
Kenneth, I don't think I can say you're 100% famous.
Every time someone says 100%, something will go wrong.
Right. Kenneth, do you have any idea what was going on during the budget debate? It was so confusing.
The budget sets out the revised government revenue and expenditure projections for the current financial year and the planned government revenue and expenditure for the upcoming financial year. So basically, the budget sets out the funding of each ministry and other government departments for them to carry out their programs.
Not bad, huh, Kenneth?
Of course! Hey, Lian, next time the fonts print larger can or Lao Hui cannot see already.
Next time you do yourself lah.
Hey. Anyways, the Workers' Party has been busy as bees in Parliament during the budget debate. A couple of suggestions were raised, including Daniel Goh proposing for smaller classes for teachers instead of closing down schools. With smaller classes, the teachers will in fact give more attention to students.
And on education, Mr. Low Tia Tiang also emphasized on the need to offer different perspectives on the history of Singapore. This is to, and I quote, allow different interpretations on the history with the goal of encouraging critical thinking and promoting citizenship education.
Ms. Sylvia Lim also voiced out her concerns with the budget the People's Association is getting from the budget debate. The PA's budget allocation was 900 million, much higher than any other stat boards receiving grants this year. She also mentioned how the PA's initiative seems to favour the PAP more in their outreach.
Well, if you argue with a cow, it will be just a moo point.
But sometimes, all is not lost. This year's budget also revealed that the government will be pushing for a bill for single mothers to have the same amount of maternity leave as everyone else.
And I know just the perfect person who can share with us on that. And that would be...
Hi Lillian, I want to say long time no see, but we've actually been working online together and can see that you're busy working.
Yeah, I'm actually still co-chairing the Workers' Party grassroots community, involved in the Workers' Party community fund, and of course supporting parliamentary work in the area of family and social issues, and most importantly, still doing my outreach as much as I can in Punggol. Still very going.
Still going, right? Now, this reminds me of the earlier days when we were co-hosts for most of the events.
Oh yeah,
at the
you
point of
guys
time.
were like, the hosts for every of our events.
It has been a good 10 years, I think since 2006. And
Yeah.
now we are talking about 2016. And I'm really, really happy to see Kenneth stepping up as a GE candidate, really. And also Deputy OXEC.
Yeah.
And women like Cheryl, again, GE candidate, and also a member of the youth wing. Generally, I think that is a very good thing to continue to generate awareness in especially women and youths.
Okay, talking about women and youth, right? I believe that you have heard about it, that single mothers nowadays, they are going to be entitled to the same number of leave as any other mothers as well.
Yes, I think all of us heard about that. It was like major news day after it was announced by Minister Tan. But in my honest opinion, I thought that this should be an entitlement that should have already been there. All right, but whatever it is definitely a good step.
But do you think that's enough or more can be done?
Fortunately or unfortunately, more can be done. Like for example, in the area of housing, we all need a shelter. Okay, so do the single parents. Currently, the law doesn't recognize them as a family nucleus. That is to say, today a mother who is aged below 35, she carry her baby to HDB to try to apply for a flat. Sorry, you're not a family. I think that's ridiculous.
So we should change our way of thinking.
Yes, because unfortunately, I think single parents in our society, people are still very... there's this stigmatization, okay? But whatever it is, whatever decision that they made, I think the child should not be affected by the decision made by their parents. These are mothers that need more help, But basically what they're asking for is not extra or anything special. It's simply just equal treatment like any other mothers.
So it must be like Tai Chi, right? So we must bring balance to the force by making everything equal.
Okay.
No?
I don't know how to react.
Did you know?
Mr. Lau Tia Kiang's first budget speech was in 1992. He spoke about the high cost of doing business in Singapore, and he quizzed the PM on his commitment to setting up the EduSave Fund, among other issues. Can you believe it's been more than 2 decades since his first budget speech?
I was in secondary 4.
I was still struggling for my O levels.
I wasn't even born.
So funny. All right, now, what's this? In accordance with parliamentary tradition, a MP can move to cut the budget of a ministry by a token sum of $100. This gives MPs the chance to air any topics pertaining to that ministry. Now, once the relevant minister has replied, the MP will withdraw the token cut.
So that's just more like a token sum of $100.
Yes.
Now let's listen to this. Okay, Mr. Dennis Tam was the only MP in Parliament who had raised the MRT breakdowns this year in COS debate.
That's quite surprising, yeah.
Yeah, the more surprising thing is that the MRT is still breaking down.
Is that a surprise?
But yet no one is, putting the question up.
No one is bringing up in the Parliament for our people.
We've come to the end of our show. Please contact us if you have any topic you'd like to talk about.
Yeah, and to find out more about what our MPs have debated in the Parliament, do click on the links in the box below and listen to us to find out more what we are fighting for.
Okay. No. We are not there to fight, okay? We make love, not war. And, by the way, I think it's about time you get married and have children.
Yeah, Kenneth, you're too violent, really.
TFR is low, please help.
Violent? Okay, well then, play on my own. Johnny? Wait.